Hey guys, welcome to sunny California. My name's Kelly. Today's video is about needs. So basically we're going to kind of go off of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. This is definitely a theory that I think definitely resonates with me. I don't think it resonates with me. I know it resonates with me. Basically, it's the idea that we all have certain needs that are kind of universal, although the way we approach those needs may be different. But there's a certain, almost like a hierarchy of how we need to achieve those needs in order to get the most out of them. So I'm going to show you this really badly drawn this really badly drawn chart. Please excuse my handwriting. It's really bad. I come from a family of doctors and lawyers, and it very much shows in my handwriting. Someone was like, wow, Kelly, you have really bad handwriting for a girl. Yes, I do. I don't know what to tell you. But anyway, so if you take a look at this here pyramid, I'm sorry that it's so sloppy, but this is what we have for today. So at the very bottom of the pyramid, we have your physiological needs. So your physiological needs would be food, water, access to health care. I know that probably isn't something you typically think of as like a definitive need, but really being able to take care of yourself and being able to get care is super important. Like if you're sick, you need to get well. If you can't get access to a doctor to help you get well, how are you supposed to get well? But we won't go into healthcare too much because how you get healthcare and all that, it can start a whole war that I'm really not trying to deal with or get into because But anyway, so at your very base, your absolute bare bottom, like ground floor of needs is that you need to make sure that you're eating, drinking, sleeping, and just taking care of your body. Next part is safety. We need to make sure that we're safe before we can really focus on anything else. These two things are so important that if you don't have them covered, then you're not going to be able to get anything done. You may be able to, I'm not saying you won't be able to love other people if you're not able to, if you're struggling. That's not the case. But it's going to be very hard to show that love and to focus your energy on that love when you aren't getting your physiological needs and you're not feeling safe, because your brain is hardwired to find that stuff first. I had a friend recently who I've been trying to hang out with him, and he was like, listen, it's hard for me to worry about hanging out with you when I don't know if I'm going to be eating this week. And I'm just like, okay. I mean, that's fair. That's absolutely fair. Like, if you need to, sorry, there's someone's dog's like running out the street. I'm going to try to stay calm about that. That's a bit of an issue for me. But we're just going to look at that very calmly. Anyway, sorry. So you got to make sure that your base needs are covered. Once you are fulfilled in your physical needs and your safety needs, that's when your energy kind of frees up so that you can move on to love. And I don't mean love like finding your soulmate. I don't mean love like your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your husband, spouse, partners, whatever you want to call them. whatever the gender neutral partners would be. I'm not quite sure what that would be. Hit me up in the comments if you have any sort of verbiage there that I'm missing. You know, loving people takes energy. It does, because you need to have energy to do things for them, to show affection, you know, and that's not just, again, not to your partners, we'll just use that word, but to your friends too, your friends, your family, people that your acquaintances, your, you know, coworkers, because coworkers are like, they're kind of like acquaintances, but you see them every day, except for, you know, sometimes you have coworkers that are friends. I know I have some really dope coworkers that I consider friends that I love to death. And if you guys are watching this, hey! So once you've got your love taken care of, you know, at that point you should have a very healthy support system. And with a healthy support system, you can make yourself up to esteem. And esteem, very much, you know, we all know about self-esteem, how we feel about ourselves. But, you know, self-esteem comes from having a support system, having people that care for us, caring for ourselves, and working towards different goals and accomplishments that make us feel like we're doing something that we care about. And then once we have all of that together, we can hit self-actualization. Again, I know that my handwriting is terrible. I know this drawing is awful. Just pretend. Use your imaginations for me. I am no Picasso by any means. Not even a Van Gogh. Van Gogh? I'm not really not sure how to pronounce that. I know here in the US we always talk about it's Van Gogh, but if you listen to people in Europe, it's Van Gogh or Van Gogh. I'm sure, you know, maybe someone will come up into the comments and give me some insight on that as well. But you know, once you have everything in line, that's when you can really get to self-actualization. And that's where you're really living your best life. That's where you're really your best self. And I'm not talking your best life like, oh, I go out clubbing every weekend, we're getting turned up every day. And like for the younger people who are watching this that are face palming, I really don't care. But yeah, like, you just have to make sure that everything, it's like a checklist, you know? Do I have my, okay, did I eat? Did I get enough water? Did I get enough exercise? Is my house in order? You know, do I have job security? All right, so we've checked all those off. Now, moving on, how are my friends? How are my family? How is my partner? How is my, you know, whatever, my dog, my cat, my birds, pets, other pets, you know, all of them, all of the animals, because animals are loved too. And then bumping up the ladder, you know, am I moving in a direction that I find fulfilling? Am I able to, you know, accomplish anything? Are those accomplishments what I want? Are they making me feel good? And finally, I'm doing what I want, I'm happy where I am, I'm getting all that I need, I'm fulfilled, and I'm happy. You know, and none of the pieces have to be fulfilled completely for you to have pieces of the others. You know, there are plenty of people who have trouble accessing food, but are still very loving and caring and able to, you know, build relationships. But it all goes back to that energy of what they have space to take care of. So go out there and make sure your needs are met, and if they're not being met, you know, there's always a new way to check things out. And if you have any questions, comments, please leave them down below. Please continue to subscribe to my channel, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.